Hey guys, tonight I wanted to take you through some of my training, I guess, over the last year. You may know more about my kind of music side, but this is my other hobby, which is weightlifting, powerlifting. So I guess I've been weightlifting since I first went to university. Kind of discovered the gym there and took it up and very much enjoyed it. I hadn't got a clue what I was doing, mind, not a foggiest clue. And then I started martial arts again at university, and I kind of ran the two things side by side. So I did a lot of karate, and then took up stick fighting and got pretty decent at that. Got to kind of world level, and for the stick fighting in particular, I had to fight in weight categories, and so I was always making sure that my weight was low, lowest it kind of could be really, to get into some of the lower weight categories where I was more competitive. I found in the bigger, I had the power for the bigger divisions, but I didn't have the reach, and I found that for me, cutting my weight down really made quite a difference into kind of being better than my opponents. So you have to have the skills, of course, and the fitness and everything else that goes along with it. But for me, the weight was an important thing. So although I've done weights for a long, long time, all sorts of different programs, all sorts of different things, I've always had to keep my weight down, and actually I'll get my strength up kind of in the off season, and then it would drop a bit whilst I'm training for the actual stick fighting tournaments and things like that. And then so it was kind of forward one step and then back another step. But it did mean I was very strong in my categories, and that served me very well. However, I'm not doing so much stick fighting these days. I've been doing it for a long, long time, and so I've decided to concentrate a bit more on the actual lifting. I still do wrestling on the Tuesday with my boy Martin, but my main thing now really is the powerlifting. So this is my garage. I don't know if you can see. In fact, let me turn the camera. If I can do that. Turn the camera around. Apparently not. Anyway, this is my garage. So there's my bike with an engine and bits on the floor, and I've got my weights rack here. Deadlifts down there. So basically, I come in here 4 days a week and I lift. I do squats, I do bench, I do deadlifts, and I do some accessory exercises as well. But mostly it's those big three. Because I've been fighting for so long, I've got a variety of different injuries and interesting things about my body. So I have to work around those, which can be interesting at times. For instance, I've got a bad shoulder and my back is a little susceptible to being pulled. Um, but basically, one thing I would like to say is over the last year, I've been working with Adam Sawyers from ASC Performance. I did some strongman training a while back. I even did one competition actually. That was great fun. And one of the guys that I know really quite well suddenly started getting really strong, really quick. And it was really impressive. So I asked him what he was doing, what kind of program he was on, because I wasn't making that progress. And he said that he was working with Adam, and kind of showed me his programs, and I thought, my life, that would kill me. The volume was just incredible. But I was intrigued, so I saw Adam was doing a kind of like a, not beginner's course, but a taster course for a month, where he give you 4 weeks of personalised training. Across the internet, he'd send you basically the program that he wanted you to follow, and you'd send him videos, and he'd review the videos. And I did this for 4 weeks, and by gum, it was hard work. I've never done anything quite so hard as that. Every single session, I just thought I was going to die or something, but somehow I got through them, and I hardly actually missed a weight. But it was tough, tough, tough. But at the end of it, I was a lot stronger. We did test our maxes, and I'd been plateauing on my deadlift at 182.5 kilos for years, and I just couldn't get past it. And we blasted straight up to 200 with this crazy program, and there's plenty more to come, I think. Squats doing really well, bench doing well, although I'm minding my shoulder, which is holding me back a little bit on that. But fantastic. So since then, I've been working with Adam, and those PBs were set at really quite a high body weight for me at 95 kilos. So I was very strong, but I was also built like a fridge. And for me, it was probably too much weight. It was a little bit too lardy, even though there's a lot of muscle on there as well. It certainly didn't help my wrestling and just being a kind of athletic kind of person that I want to be. I don't mind getting big, but it needs to be lean. Otherwise, I just feel like I'm a fridge. So this year, after that, we've worked on my nutrition. I've been on a nutrition plan which has basically got me down from 95 kilos down to, well, I'm just over 80 now. So I've lost 15 kilos very slowly, purposely slow, to maintain as much muscle mass as possible. I've been working very hard in the gym. So although my lifts have gone down slightly, the main thing is that we haven't lost too much muscle, and I'm getting leaner rather than just smaller. There's no point being small and plump rather than large and plump. You might as well be large and plump. But it's if you've been watching my videos over the last year, you'll notice that I've got considerably leaner, especially in my face, which is mostly what you see of me. Adam's done a fantastic job. I haven't really felt like I've been on a diet, in all honesty. The number of calories I'm eating at the moment, I'm right at the end of the diet, and I'm still eating 1900 calories a day. If you eat the right stuff and you're not wasting your calories on rubbish, it's actually quite a lot of calories. You can eat quite a lot. So the nice thing is it's been ever so flexible as well. I've been able to eat meals with the family. So if I go down to see my parents, then okay, if we have a big dinner there, I really don't need to panic and worry. If I want to eat with the kids at dinner time after I pick them up from school, then I can do that. I can kind of work my macros around that. And in all honesty, it really hasn't been that difficult. The difficult thing for me is seeing the lifts drop very slightly, but I know in my head that's not a problem because we're soon going to go back up in the weight and reverse diet and start packing on some more muscle, and the weights will go back up again. But I'm absolutely thrilled with the weight loss, well, the fat loss. I don't care about the weight, to be honest. The weight's neither here nor there. It's just a measure of the fat loss. I am much leaner than I was, and I'm still got most of my strength, so that is an absolute win. 95 down to 80 kilos is actually pretty insane. On the whole, I've enjoyed it. Now we're right down at that kind of weight. I am finding things a little bit tougher. I'm finding I really do have to make sure that I eat at the right times. If I don't eat before training, it's just death. It's just awful. So I need to be careful on that. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And so yeah, as I said, we're right at the bottom of the diet now. So I'm about as lean as I'm going to get with. Kind of sensibly, I think, and it's pretty much time to start building the weight up very slowly and putting on some more muscle, and the lifts will go back up again. And then we'll start working on some more PBs. Interestingly enough, I've kind of changed my tune on PBs a little bit since working with Adam. Before it was always about how much can you lift, what's the maximum you can lift, and now I'm more interested in the rep PBs. Maybe that's because I'm a little bit older, but if I'm tripling something that I haven't tripled before, I'm really happy with that. Just as happy as I probably was with a single. And I think it's probably safer for me at my age. I'm 43, by the way, if you're interested. All I can say is I highly recommend Adam and Rachel at ASC Performance. They are exceptional at what they do. They really care about you. They've got a good sense of humour. If you go wrong and mess up or something, then they're always there for you and encourage you and try and get you back on track. And the programs they do are tough, but they work. Really impressive. I've tried a lot of different programs, and this has been by far the best one. So thank you, Adam. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, ASC Performance. Awesome job. I'll certainly be continuing to do for the foreseeable future. So here's to getting big, here's to getting strong. So, let's look. You can actually turn this round, can you? Can't actually see. If you see pictures of me last year, around about the Theory of Ruins album, yeah, massive difference. So there we go. That's what I do. Maybe after this album is finally out, I'll start doing some training logs or something like that online. If anyone's interested in what I get up to in this freezing cold garage by myself. What a crazy sport, really, honestly. But I love it. I love it. Hoping to do a few more competitions coming up. So I'll have a think about that, and I'll have a talk to Adam about that and see if we can have a think about when would be a good time to do that. Talking of albums, ASC Performance have very kindly sponsored me a little bit on the album, so you'll see that their details on their website and picture are on the album cover. So thank you very much for that. If you're interested in weightlifting or nutrition or weight loss or anything like that, do get in touch with them. They're fab. They'll tell you whether they can help you or not, and I suspect they probably can. If you haven't pre-ordered the album yet, then go to matchsteady.com and follow the links. Pre-order it. I think it's sounding fab. By far the best thing I've done, I think, and it's sounding really good. Almost finished. It's going to be out in March. You can buy CDs, T-shirts, hoodies, all sorts of stuff. So have a look at the page and find something fun. Support the project, support me, and let's get this album out. Onwards and upwards. All right.